All right, so blessings again, Maverick Nation. Wagwan YouTube family, out and stunting. All right, hear me then now, right off the bat. I want to say a hearty congratulations to Shelly and Fraser Price for winning her 5th RJ Aglina Sportswoman of the Year award. Yeah, of course, you know, so this year was a tussle between Shelly and Shericka Jackson like they've been doing all season on the track, and Shelly prevailed in the end. All right, I want to say this. Let me say, full disclosure first of all. You all know the Maverick is affiliated to the RJ Aglina Communications Group, specifically the sports department. Yeah, man, we do sports commentary on TVJ at nights in the prime time package, right at the end of the sportscast. That little band the way you see a talk on TV at the Maverick that. See? And also, at the sports explosion on Hits 92 FM Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. All right. So, I am affiliated to the station, but this is the disclosure now. You see, in terms of the process for choosing the Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year award, people like the Maverick, when we can talk for myself, I am totally isolated from that process. It's an independent process. The RGR, the RJ Aglina Sports Foundation, there's a selection committee, it's a totally different independent process from the sports department to which I am affiliated. So that's the disclosure. So when we are talking, the Maverick views now have nothing to do with anybody from the sports foundation or anybody from even the sports department. I just totally my Maverick view. All right. So having said all of that now, Shelly won the Sportsman of the Year award, but I was thinking it would have gone to Shericka Jackson, and at the best of compromise with a shared Sportsman of the Year award. I'm going to explain why. But it could have gone either way, you know, because both athletes were brilliant this past season. So it could have gone either way. It's not like it clear cut. But even within the context there, me think Shericka had the edge based on what we know the criteria. And it's the criteria change. See, first of all, in terms of them achievement and performances on the track, remember say, you see the world level performance, like in this case, the world championships which took place last year, that would be the top point scorer for either athlete, right? And when they go for the world championships, I think they pretty much cancel out each other. Shelly win the 100 meters, and of course Shericka won the 200 meters, and they both ran on the silver medal 4x1 team. So they basically cancel out each other at the world championships. Now, we are looking for tiebreakers now. This is not just me now, I run the process in my mind, you know. Remember, so me, in the sports foundation committee meetings and the selection meetings, you know. But me just think to myself now. All right, so you come down now to what we call the tiebreakers, the other stuff that they do during the year. But you have to keep an eye on the criteria, you know. Because here when we think, Shelly, of course, had that brilliant season. 7 sub-10 7 timings. Look here, the kind of consistency we have never seen from a female sprinter in the history of the sport. So we can't argue with that. Shelly has been brilliant. She's 31 now, she's 36 now. But without that have nothing to do with it, you know. That can't be a consideration. You just look at raw performances. So Shelly's claim to the title would have been, I mean, in the tiebreaker sense, would have been them 7 sub-10 sevens there. Shericka, on the other hand, now, Shericka was the national champion over 100 and 200 meters. You know. Shericka ran a national record in the 200 meters, you know. 21:45, you know. Not just a national record, you know. It's the fastest time, except for Flojo, you know. It's the second fastest time in the history of the event. But more significantly to the selection now, is that she ran a national record and she had a national champion. Now, what would Shelly have that would be equivalent in terms of cancelling out that level of achievement and performance this season, right? I think the one time Shelly lost on the track this year over 100 meters, I think a Shericka beat her, you know, if I'm not mistaken, you know. But all of that considered though, let us say Shelly, you know, Shelly is a sentimental favorite of a lot of people, especially in Jamaica. See, the furthest I could have gone with this, based on what I just point out to you, that's why I would have given Shericka the nod. Right? The furthest I would have gone with this is give them a tie and a shared Sportsman of the Year award. Yeah. But guess what now? Shelly made the short list for the World Athletics Female Athlete of the Year. Shericka get dropped off of the short list before Shelly. So me don't know. I don't know if anybody mentioned that in the selection meeting, you know. I say, watch ya. We can have IWF ranking Shelly higher than Shericka. And we run a Jamaica now and give Shericka the Sportsman of the Year award over Shelly. So me don't know. As me say, I am totally independent of the process, you know, people. When me I do my thing, them at TVJ and RJR group, you know, and he started to do FM, you know. Disclaimer on top of disclaimer before me talk and after me talk, you know. So as me say again, me I make it clear, I have no idea what went on in the meeting. But me just say, based on the criteria and how Shelly performed and Shelly and Shericka performed at the World Championships, them basically cancel out each other. But Shericka would have had the edge based on the national record where she won, plus the fact that she was the national champion over 100 and 200. But it is what it is. As me say, it could have gone either way. And Shelly get the nod. We don't think Shericka vex. Shelly get the nod. Right? In some other news, Rashid Broadbell got the Sportsman of the Year. That one was predictable. Because the men well, certainly the men generally never did much last year. Robman Powell had a creditable second place. But Broadbell was the Commonwealth champion over the sprint hurdles. And most of us expected him to win it. Yeah, because there was not much else done by any of the male athletes, especially in a track and field. And you know, when you have the World Championship or the Olympics in that year, you're going to have a bias. Not a bias, but you're going to have a trend toward the track athletes, because they tend to be a lot of people complain about the dominance of the track athletes with the Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year award. If you understand the criteria again, you know, and the fact that really and truly our track athletes, our athletics representatives have, in terms of world level performances, I don't think any other sport match them. Yeah, we're not talking about world now, you know. We're not talking about regional and that kind of thing, you know. We are talking about world level performances. When people go to the World Championships, is almost every country in the world, there. And for our athletes perform and beat the world in many instances, you know, it's real. That adds credibility to their dominance of the Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year award. So Rashid Broadbell won. Which I think we should, the special mention, a lot of people were asking about Janelle Fowler and what she did for the Sunshine Girls in terms of her leadership and her performance. And, you know, maybe she could have broken the ceiling, but it was always going to be hard for Janelle Fowler getting ahead of the two champion ladies, Shericka and Shelly. But as me said still, me feel it could have gone either way. But if I was in that voting room, let me just put it away there. If I was in that selection voting room, my vote would have gone for Shericka Jackson, based on what I explained a while ago. Right? But if other members of the voting committee would have said, no man, let's go with Shelly because whatever reason, I'm going to put up no resistance. But when it comes to the ballot and the vote, I'm going to vote for Shericka. Fair and square? Fair and square. What do you think? Tell me what you think now.